root cause was, because it's no longer existing, right? But the energy is still there. It's been written. It can't be unwritten until we deal with it. And so that's why at certain intervals, there's a time span for us to deal with certain situations. The universe will keep reminding us. The Akashic Records is like, hey, look, it's been 5 years, come back to it, right? It's time to deal with it and move on, because you can't move on to something else until you've dealt with it, which a lot of people don't like to deal with their stuff. But I mean, we would want to, right, in order to move on. But anyway, when we have that situation here and it moves to a different situation, into a different area when we're doing the work, it's indicator that it's actually not there. But if you were to go get your arm cut off, then you're losing a whole part of you for no reason, because you're thinking it's this one, it's actually something else, right? And our body processes our emotions through our liver and our kidneys. And if we're not dealing with our emotions or kidneys and things like that, we'll start breaking down, deteriorate. So a lot of our body physical symptoms are related to issues that we just don't deal with, basically, if that makes sense. And that is from me doing, well, the understanding that I get from my channeling, my near-death experience, doing a medical intuitive sessions with people, learning Reiki, all that, and having my abilities open. So I have the ability to see a lot of people. Like this one person was walking into a store, and I was like drawn to, because he was kind of like dragging his leg, and he had like this iron cast that was the whole length of um, his whole leg. It was like iron, and it was like all locked up. He had like these big locks on there, and his whole leg was wrapped in these iron casts. And I'm like, wow, that looks like medieval stuff he's got going on there. um, and yeah, didn't look very fun, but he kept limping. He couldn't figure out, and him himself was a chiropractor, and he couldn't figure out why he was having that issue. Um, and it was almost like he had that cast, and then there was like this ball with a chain attached to it, and it was like, I don't know. It had to been like medieval era time stuff that happened, whether he did something and he got punished for it, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I didn't really go into the whole thing because I wasn't actually doing a session, but that's what I seen on his leg. And so when I go into these sessions, I see all these past life situations, right? And people with eating disorders, addictions, and it's when we resolve these root causes that we can transform our lives, right? It's that set point that is brought up with us in the time frame that needs to be brought up and dealt with. And the more that it happens, it becomes stronger and more painful in our lives, and it's the suffering, right? So